Hey, what's up guys? My name is Moda and welcome back to the Mining Stacker YouTube channel. Today's video going to be talking about Carlson coin, that new Kaspa fork. It did go live on an exchange already. It is on Trade Ogre. You are able to trade it. And because of that, we now have some kind of profitability numbers, which are going to be sporadic, but we're going to talk about it, talk about different strategies and possibilities of what might be happening here in the short term, right? So if that sounds good, guys, stay tuned. Let's get to it. So this thing got listed on Trade Ogre officially today, about midday today, which was didn't expect it to be that fast, right? A lot of things have been extremely accelerated on this thing just because of all the Kaspa hype, and it came on a listing super quick, right? So it did get on Trade Ogre, expected to be on like ZegX and XT.com probably in the next few days, right? So pretty cool stuff there. This thing's crazy profitable, right? So it is already on hashrate.no. And it's pretty insane. On a single 4090, currently revenue, you're going to bring in $14, right? Keep in mind, these things are going to change drastically, right? The hash rate's going to go through the roof, and the profitability on this thing is going to tank, right? Same with the price of the coin. Kind of depends on what you think is going to happen there, though, right? If you think the coin's going to continue to drop, then expect this to drop. But realistically, I mean, even if it goes down to a penny or two in the hash rate, it's still pretty insane, right? If we go down to like a more conventional card, go down to like a 3070, $3 card, right? So again, even if it goes down to a dollar card, not bad at all, right? So just show you how fast though, literally, not even that long ago, not even an hour ago, when I had put out some of these tweets, number one, the price of the coin. Follow me on Twitter, right? If you guys want a lot of good news, good updates at Mining Stacker, because that's where I'm going to post first, right? A lot of the stuff I was trying to post on there and on YouTube, typically it'll be Twitter first, right? Just because, again, it's instantaneous, it's fast, it's easy to get the information out. Because, again, this is something that if you acted on it quickly, you saw it right when it listed, you made up pretty well, right? It was up pretty high. This wasn't even the highest. Some people were able to sell like at 10, 11 cents. I was able to dump at 7 cents. When I took a picture of this, it was at 0.089, so not a bad time, but just keep in mind it's going to continue to go down, right? We'll look at an updated price here. But again, same thing, just 30 minutes ago, this was the profitability on a 4090, right? Almost $20, right? Again, in half an hour, it's down to $14, and it's just going to continue to drop, right? Even just refreshing it now, down to $11. Right? So again, you have two things, the freaking hash rate is going to go through the roof, guys. So that, and then between the price action, right? So if we look at the current price action, currently it's down to about a nickel. So it's been hovering. It did go down a little bit. Now it's back up. So it's looking like it's ranging a little bit there. So a couple trains of thought, right? To me, what's going to happen, most likely continue to dump, right? People are going to continue to just mine and dump. Like for me, I may jump back on, right? I only mined it for like 3-4 days, and I hopped off and went back to my Radiant. Probably going to go back on. If I do go back on, it's not to mine and hodl, it's to mine and dump. Literally probably just like every day or two, just dump while the price is high. Only because my personal thought, again, not financial advice, this is just my thought, could be completely wrong, but most likely, my opinion is probably going to continue to dump. Although this one is kind of hard to tell just because of all the freaking hype behind this thing. It made it, well, the first big indicator was all the big pools jumping on immediately, having a miner ready to go, and then this thing getting listed on an exchange so quickly. Kind of weird, right? It's almost like a, shout out to Vegas E, I was just talking to him about it. It almost feels like a Kaspa meme coin more than anything, right? More than anything, I think a lot of the hype is just people who kind of either missed out on Kaspa or kind of wish they got in earlier. It kind of has like meme coin vibes based on that. Who knows, might turn into something, but just based on the fact that it's a fork, not a whole lot going on, and all this attention, again, we're in a bull market. What does really well in bull markets? A lot of these meme coins, right? So, I mean, I think that's part of not calling it a meme, but essentially feels like a meme because of the situation, right? So like the one previous release, we can dictate to this. You can kind of compare it to a lot of the proof of stake coins also that do like airdrops, for example. This is the typical thing, right? As soon as it's airdropped, what happens? A lot of times it lists kind of high and then just continues to dump, right? Eventually it'll find its place. And then some of them, if they continue to have hype, they'll go up, right? That happened with Celestia. Celestia was a pretty new listing. Came in at like $2 and change. Kind of dumped off a little bit. Did pump up though, right? So it did level off, but it did pump up because of the hype with it. This one to me, I think is probably going to dump a bit. I mean, again, it's hard to say because of the hype, right? It's Iron really didn't have much hype because, again, a lot of people don't really like it. A lot of people just were into it because it's a new coin, wanted profitability, but the same thing kind of happened here. And then I played the exact same thing, right? I had minded for literally from the beginning. And as soon as it hit KuCoin, dumped it at $7.50. And then what happened? We can look at the price action. It just continued to go down, 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 go down. And then stayed down, and then finally started to go up. But it did find a floor between like 50 to 60 cents, and it did hold down there for a long time. But keep in mind the situation. Bearish times, not as much hype. Right now, super bullish, right? BTC hitting 42. A lot of the Kaspa hype, like a ton of hype behind this thing. So do I think it's going to be a repeat? My personal opinion, yes, but it may recover faster. Right, so who knows, but I know a lot of people are going to be jumping on this thing once they see the profitability numbers on hashRate.io, which again are going to continue to go. Let's refresh just for shits and giggles, $11. Right, so keep in mind of those possibilities. You come up with your own conclusion, what you think is going to happen, but we've already seen the price drop, right, where again we're in that nickel range versus where we were at like 8-9 cents. So just keep that in mind. Another thing to factor in is the market cap, which already grew pretty big, right? So if you go on the Carlson Explorer, we can see the total current circulating supply, right? Which is about 126 million. So if we multiply that by about the nickel price, it gives us a market cap of about 6.3 million, which is pretty high, but it's not crazy high, right? If we compare it to another coin, out of the bigger coins, Radiant would be the smaller market cap now because of the big changes we had with all these recent pumps, but this guy is at 24 million, right? So it'd be about a quarter of that. This guy's rig number 740. If we look at something like, let's say Etika, I think was around in that range. Their market cap is about 4.3, 4.4, and they're 1474. So probably would be ranked in the 1300 range, which honestly might kind of make sense. So it wouldn't be too surprising to kind of see where it's at. But it just kind of depends on what you think is going to happen. Again, we've had those previous examples. I personally think it's just going to continue to tank. You come up with your own conclusion. As a matter of fact, let me know, guys, what you think in the comments is going to happen here. Right? To me, it's going to be a similar situation to this. Although it might not. Might dump a little bit for another couple of days and then might pump back up, especially if we do get other exchange listings, right? If it goes on ZegX or XT.com, places where there's more liquidity, because I know a lot of people freaking hate trade Ogre after all the Kaspa crap that happened, which I don't blame you, right? If it wasn't for the fact that they are literally the only game right now, the only place for this thing, then most people wouldn't be using it. But again, all that Kaspa drama, which I believe still hasn't been resolved, is leaving a bad taste in people's mouth. But again, they are the first to list, so they have that going for them. So pretty interesting, right? Just keep your eyes peeled. I know, don't get caught up on this thing. It's kind of like what we've been seeing, you know, with the hash rate and everything with Kaspa in general, that is dropping. This thing's just going to be an immediate thing, right? Expect this thing to look completely different tomorrow morning. Already, again, just in the past few hours, it literally dropped in half, right? So don't be surprised to see it drop in half again. And then again, literally within the next 5-6 hours, right? A lot of people are going to be jumping on this thing. And it's still probably going to be profitable, right? Again, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm probably going to throw my one rig back on there and just mine it, so. Because it's probably going to make more sense to do that for at least the next few days, right? I'm sure people will also get discouraged a bit. Maybe they won't do it. But again, this thing could have pumpamentals. Maybe it stays here. Again, if it stays here, it won't be too bad, right? So just different things to consider. Look at where you're at. But again, this thing, for whatever reason, did get a ton of hype. Again, my best comparison is that it's almost like a Kaspa meme coin. Who knows what it turns into? Is it something I'm like mining to hold long term though? Definitely no, right? For me right now, it's definitely an instant dump. Maybe after time, after a few weeks to a month, maybe I'll look at it, see where things are going. But again, it's really hard to tell. The market in general is so frothy. People are so like bullish right now. It's kind of hard to tell where it's really at, right? So just keep those things in mind, guys. Just want to do a quick little update because this is pretty big news. It's pretty exciting right now, right? GPU mining in general has been super exciting, but just kind of be careful. Think about what you're doing here before you jump in, all right? So again, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys are doing. Did you guys mine? I know some of you guys, I was talking to some of you guys who mined from the get-go and are still mining and up like freaking 1,500, 2K plus on only a couple of rigs, right? So shout out to you guys for anybody who put in like a large amount, because you're probably, if you sold today, right? If you caught these tweets early and you saw everything going on today, probably made a couple grand in a week. Pretty insane, right? So shout out to you guys. Shout out to you DGens. Doing your thing, making that money, and being in the game, right? So let me know in the comments, guys, if any of you guys lucked out, if any of you guys jumped in, been mining it and dumped it, or if you guys are holding, what's the game plan? Let me know. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I am out.